all these people that called themselves my friends. Some of these people I had been, in my opinion, friends with for over 10 years. And for the most part, the first chance they could get to make a buck off me in a time when it was popular to do so, that's exactly what they did. I could do a 2-hour video and lay out just how much of a piece of garbage just about everybody I've worked with is.
Okay, I'll bite. He's talking about me in a very passive-aggressive, womanly fashion. So the quartering drama continues. Now, I've only made one video about this whole thing. I've largely stayed out. I've kind of lost interest. I couldn't really give a fuck. The guy fucked up and he's getting his licks. Surprise, fucking prize. Now, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, you should watch this video. I think I did a pretty good job breaking down like the initial drama. Now, since then, the only major thing that's happened from my point of view is he sneakily deleted a podcast I did with him and Count Dankula. He did it to try and kind of reduce the heat he was getting, I suppose. But 7 or 8 years of this podcast, right, just down the drain, just deleted. But he tried to blame me for it for some reason. Like he was saying, oh, thanks, Bearing, good friend. We've obviously been false flagged and this is your fault. Good friend, Bearing. Like a pussy. And that's going to be the theme of this video. The quartering is kind of a massive pussy. He's a passive-aggressive, massive pussy. Now, I'm not going to relitigate the whole thing in this video. Like I said, watch my previous video to get caught up on the whole situation. But Jeremy recently had some words to say about me. So I think a response is appropriate. Let's have a look. Let's go!
All these people that called themselves my friends, some of these people I had been, in my opinion, friends with for over 10 years. Talked to, knew their families, you know, celebrated the birth of their kids.
Now, he's talking about me here. There's no doubt about it. Friends for 10 years, knew their family. He knows my wife. He's spoken to my wife. Celebrated the birth of their kid. That's me. And later he goes on to say, oh, just to make a single video, you know, to profit off my downfall. That's fucking me. That's me. He's just too much of a pussy to say it's me. But let's talk about the celebrating of the birth of their kids thing for a sec, Jeremy. Remember this clip?
Look, I've been open. Like I'm 42. Like I'm not necessarily out of time, but like, it's something you think about when you get older. And
having kids is fucking great, though. It's fucking great.
Well, give me one of yours.
Thanks for rubbing it in your face.
I thought we were friends. You have two. You only need one.
My oldest one's autistic, but she's like Rain Man autistic. It's fucking great.
Love it. You're going to be rich one day. She's going to invent like an app or something.
Like that's the thing is that she's like smart as fuck autistic, and she did something scary the other day. She talks and sings and speaks all the fucking time, like constantly.
Yeah.
But she doesn't verbally communicate. She'll take your hand and lead you somewhere and everything, right? Yeah. However, we've recently figured out that she understands every single fucking thing that we're saying and knows what we're saying. And it's terrifying. Like we've even had like staff at the speech and language clinic going, she knows what we're talking about.
Yeah,
and everything. Yeah, she's
your
smart.
daughter was asking about what double penetration was. We don't know where he got that.
I mean, you can hear those chicks audibly gasp.
Where he got that?
So let's just break down what just happened. Dankula, Jeremy's dear friend of 10 years. And by the way, Dankula's going to fucking hate. I mean, he's probably going to hate that I've brought him up here. He doesn't like drama, but I'm sure he'll forgive me. Please forgive me, Dank. But Dankula is describing how proud he is of his non-verbal autistic daughter for making the progress that she's made. And you can see it on Dankula's face. He's so fucking proud. His face lights up when he's describing this. And I know the feeling. I can relate. I've never told anyone on the internet this except for Dankula. I mean, there's never been a reason to. But when Dankula describes his daughter, he could be describing my daughter. My daughter is autistic, ASD level 3, mostly non-verbal. She's incredibly smart and outgoing and one of the happiest kids you'll ever meet. But yeah, ASD level 3, mostly non-verbal. She's 6 years old, she's in intensive speech therapy and occupational therapy, and she's making really good progress. And when you have a kid that faces challenges like that, when they make progress, when they make some progress, you are honestly, like it's indescribable, the fucking pride that you feel. And that's what you can see on Dankula's face. Like, as I said, my daughter is 6 years old. She's probably got the verbal capabilities of like a 3-year-old, say a 3.5-year-old. She just started saying, I love you, daddy, in the last like year. You know what I mean? So when they make these steps, it's such a good moment. And he's portraying this pride to his dear friend of 10 years. And what does Jeremy fucking say? Oh, she was asking me about double penetration. You realize you're a fucking prick, right? Like if one of my friends said that to my face, they'd probably get a fucking backhander. Now let me just clarify. I think what Jeremy was trying to do is he was trying to be funny. See, on the TISM podcast, the podcast that Jeremy deleted, when my daughter was born, I think the chat sort of had a running joke of, let's start the 18-year countdown. It was a fucking skeezy internet joke. And it was something you'd expect from a fucking live chat, you know what I mean? And so that sort of became a joke. When Dankula's kids were born, the joke came up again. And so Jeremy was trying to sort of do that. But there's a big fucking difference between randos on the internet saying, 18-year-old fucking countdown, and your dear friend of 10 years saying, she was telling me about double penetration after he was telling you about how proud he was of the progress she'd made. Now, Dank kind of laughed this whole thing off because he was being a polite guest. He didn't want to make waves. I kind of understand that. But like I said, Jeremy, if you were my friend and you were in front of me and you said something like that, back of my fucking hand. I mean, this incident was even written about by Luther Morgan in his book, the Lolcow book. There's a whole fucking page on it. By the way, check out Amazon. I think it's on Amazon. It's a good read. But this has been published, Jeremy. My point is, you don't know our families. You're not close with us like that. Or me and my family at the very least. You're a fucking prick. Let's continue.
And for the most part, the first chance they could get to make a buck off me in a time when it was popular to do so, that's exactly what they did. And, hey, Baba, Hucky, don't knock that over. But, Ruby. But, I mean, you could just say nothing, too, during times of tumultuous stuff.
Yeah, I could have said nothing, but that would make me a massive hypocrite, wouldn't it, Jeremy? See, when Matt Jarbo flagged down all those motherfuckers, we all said something. That's shithouse behavior. Now, you fucked up. No, wait, that's not even the right wording. You were intentionally and arrogantly malicious. You tried to destroy the livelihoods of people. You tried to destroy someone's YouTube channel. And what me and a few other people you called friends did is simply police our own.
I would be completely fine with all of everything that's going on, even though we may disagree on certain things. If they would police their own, there are lots of problems in each community, and nobody ever really wants to seem to police their own. They have shown that they won't police their own. So rather than police their own, they don't police their own, meaning they don't get bad faith actors out of their groups. I wish they would police their own a little bit more. What has to happen is they have to police their own.
And if I wanted to make a buck off you, Jeremy, I would have made a lot more than one video, or two now. I could have made a lot of money off you. Look at people like Luther Morgan. Look at people like Don Flurgandy. Those guys have started what could be very lucrative YouTube careers off your downfall. And fucking power to them. You did the same thing with Brie Larson, for fuck's sake. But I don't know if it's this like pulling up the ladder sort of thing. But like I said, you've become arrogant and a prick. I was thinking about it just after all this happened, right? And I think your fucking problem is that you've developed what I call media company syndrome. See, you had a YouTube channel and you got very successful. You got like 1 million subscribers. You got 2 million subscribers. You got a fuckload of views. And all of that happened because you were relatable. See, a lot of people post quartering drama ask me, what did anyone ever fucking see in Jeremy? And the answer is, you were relatable. You were just a fat guy from fucking Wisconsin. You played with cards, you bitched about movies, that sort of thing. You're just some guy in his spare bedroom talking shit. Just like the rest of us, just like the Keno Casino, just like Yellow Flash, just like Camelot, and you're still just a prick in his spare bedroom talking shit into a microphone. But you've kind of developed this belief that you're like a media company now. You've got all this stuff, you're a big important motherfucker. Now, there's nothing wrong with having staff. There's nothing wrong with having editors and that sort of shit. But you became so big and so arrogant and so media company brained that you thought your shit didn't stink. And it very much does fucking stink. That's why you thought you could silence people who were being mean to you on the internet. But if people wanted to watch a media company like Fox News, then they'd watch Fox News. People tune into YouTube, for the most part, to watch a motherfucker with a microphone talking shit in his spare bedroom. And as a fellow motherfucker with a microphone talking shit in his spare bedroom, I am going to call you out and tell you the truth.
They're not your friend if they're not willing to call out bad behavior. That's what real friends do. Real friends don't expect their other friends to be in lockstep with them. Real friends interrupt you when you're making a mistake. Join a community of people that wants you there and will tell you the truth as they see it. Not act like a spoiled brat.
Let's continue.
Now, I'm not talking about my viewers, but I'm talking about other content creators who are all snakes. I could do a 2-hour video and lay out just how much of a piece of garbage just about everybody I've worked with is.
Well, then why don't you fucking do it? Stop being a pussy. For fuck's sake, you've got this mentality that like everyone snaked you. I didn't snake you. I came to you privately. Before I made that initial video, I came to you and I said, what the fuck is going on here? Care to explain? And you lied to me. All you did was fucking lie to me. I even told you I was going to address it. I told you I was going to make a video. And after the fact, I'm some massive asshole. I didn't do anything I didn't tell you I was going to do. Stop being a bitch. If you've got dirt on people and you want to get revenge, then fucking do it. Reveal all. I don't give a shit. Because I, for the most part, am not a prick. And whatever you release is going to show that. Jeremy, do you hang out with many men? Like, do you have real friends in real life who are men? Because what you're doing right now is very female coded. Like, I haven't thought about this shit for fucking months. And all of a sudden you pop back up having a subtle passive aggressive crack at something that was like a moment months ago. It just seems like very womanly behavior, like someone who probably wouldn't get along with men. Like, I tell my mates the truth all the time. It's what blokes do. It's a thing. A disagreement isn't the end of the world. It doesn't mean I want you to die or something. I don't think you like being told the truth. And I think there's proof. See, Luke started telling you the truth, and all of a sudden, miraculously, mysteriously, Luke's off the fucking show.
I respect people's time, and I don't want to bullcrap them. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to tell you stuff that isn't going to come out to be true just because it makes you feel good. Like, a real friend tells you the truth, right? Whether you like it or not. All right? A real friend tells you the hard stuff that you're not wanting to hear. They're going to tell you, put that soda down. You know, they're going to tell you, like, hey, you got to take care of yourself, right? So I prefer those people in my life. If you just want a show just to like be entertained and like, be lied to and told sweet little nothings, I mean, you're also a person that probably believes that strippers really like you too.
Yeah, so I reckon that moment right there is why Luke's gone. I mean, he's gone because of money troubles, but he had to pick one. And Luke was his least favorite because he told him the truth. And he's not a fucking yes man like Melanie Mack. Like, literally, she's a yes man or a yes woman. All she does is say, that's good, Jeremy.
It was just that one day, and I think it might have been that I just hadn't eaten anything. Yeah. And then I ended up getting anxiety about it, which made it worse. And but other than that, that was over a week ago now. So this week has been good. I survived a bachelor party. I did have a few of the ladies' White Claws.
She's an annoying woman who turns up because you pay her $500 a fucking episode or something. I mean, Luke really hit the nail on the head with the thinking strippers like you thing. It's basically what's going on. Now, there was also this little number about a month ago. I saw a clip on Twitter. I thought, that's fucking me. He's talking about me. I couldn't be fucked responding, but we're here now. Let's do it.
Now, you could talk about certain quote-unquote internet friends that I thought I had over the years that were willing to turn on you for $100.
Jeremy, it wasn't $100. It was $735.79. And you know where that $735.79 went? It didn't go towards a Cybertruck. It didn't go towards like 10 grand worth of kids playing cards. It didn't go towards a $30,000 saltwater aquarium or a fucking dog track or whatever the fuck you flex on your audience. It went into a high growth index fund for my daughter. So in 30 years time, when I'm old and feeble and fucked, that $735.79 will be my daughter's 15 odd grand. I mean, that's not a bad couple of hours work if you ask me. But that's besides the point. I didn't make that video to make a profit. I made that video because it should have been made. See, there's no cabal here, Jeremy. There's no conspiracy. There's no fuck Jeremy plot. What's happened here is really simple. A bunch of your peers called you a prick because you were being a prick. And now you're taking passive aggressive jabs at people like a pussy. I even offered several times to jump on a live stream on your channel and discuss this whole thing. If you're being treated unfairly, if we're all wrong, if this is some sort of conspiracy against you, let's get it out in the open. But you won't do that because you're a, you know what I'm going to say, pussy! But here's the thing, Jeremy, you don't have to be a pussy. This is a choice you're making. You could confront this whole thing. You could man up and address everything. Being a pussy is not an immutable characteristic. It's just a choice. Just choose not to be a pussy. The offer's still open, by the way. Let's do it.
But most of those people that did that match the stories about what I heard about them behind the scenes.
Such as?
People that would sell you out at your lowest moment to make a single video and profit from it. You could always kind of tell. And I'm not going to name names, but they know who they are.
Wait, so you're telling me that you could always tell that I was like some massive asshole and you just never did anything about it? I think that is pathetic cope. You just don't like being confronted with the truth and now you're all salty about it. You're on your period. If you want to be like internet enemies, Jeremy, that's fine. I got no problem with having internet enemies. It's actually quite profitable. The retarded feminists of like the mid 2010s basically paid off my mortgage. But you know what's really fucking sad, man? At least the retarded feminists had the nutsack to say my name. Anyway, that's about me done. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below or at my Twitter. It's at bear_ing. All right, I'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.